And so we wanted to know if there actually was a Santa Claus. Is Santa Claus real? So this is the engineering approach to the reality of Santa Claus, broken down into 5 small points. Number 1, no known species of reindeer can fly, but there are 300,000 species of living organisms yet to be classified, and while most of these are insects and germs, this does not completely rule out flying reindeer, which only Santa has ever seen. Point number 2. There are 2 billion children, persons under 18, in the world. But since Santa doesn't appear to handle Muslim, Hindu, Jewish, and Buddhist children, that reduces the workload to 15% of the total, which is 378 million, according to the Population Reference Bureau. At an average census rate of 3.5 children per household, that's 91.8 million homes. One presumes there's at least one good child in each. Point number 3. Santa has 31 hours of Christmas to work with, thanks to the different time zones and the rotation of the Earth, assuming he travels from east to west, which seems logical. This works out to 822.6 visits per second. This is to say that for each Christian household with good children, Santa has 1/1000th of a second to park, hop out of the sleigh, jump down the chimney, fill the stockings, distribute the remaining presents under the tree, eat whatever snacks have been left, get back up the chimney, get back into the sleigh, and move on to the next house. Assuming that each of these 91.8 million stops are evenly distributed around the Earth, which of course we know to be false, but for the purpose of our calculations we'll accept, we are now talking about 0.78 miles per household, a total trip of 75 million miles, not counting stops to do what most of us do at least once every 31 hours. This means that Santa's sleigh is moving at 650 miles per second, 3,000 times the speed of sound. For purposes of comparison, the fastest man-made vehicle on Earth, Ulysses space probe, moves at a pokey 27.4 miles per second. A conventional reindeer can run tops 15 miles per hour. Point number 4. The payload of the sleigh adds another interesting element. Assuming that each child gets nothing more than a medium-sized Lego set, approximately 2 pounds, the sleigh is carrying 321,300 tons, not counting Santa, who is invariably described as overweight. On land, the conventional reindeer can pull no more than 300 pounds. Even granting the flying reindeer, see point number 1, can pull 10 times the normal amount. We cannot do the job with 8 or even 9 reindeer. We would need 214,200 reindeer. This increases the payload, not even counting the weight of the sleigh, to 353,430 pounds. Point number 5, and finally, 353,000 tons traveling at 650 miles per second creates enormous air resistance. This will heat the reindeer up in the same fashion as spacecraft re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. The lead pair of reindeer will absorb 14.3 quintillion joules of energy per second each. In short, they will burst into flame instantaneously, exposing the reindeer behind them and creating deafening sonic booms in the wake. The entire reindeer team will be vaporized within 4.26 thousandths of a second. Santa, meanwhile, will be subjected to centrifugal forces 17,500.06 times greater than gravity. A 250-pound Santa, which seems ludicrously slim, would be pinned to the back of the sleigh by 4,315 pounds of force. In conclusion, is Santa Claus real? Of course he is.